ready to vent. So if you watched my recent video on AHAs, you will have heard me talk a little bit about toners. So as you may have guessed from the title of this video, this is a little video about toners. What are they? Why do we need them? And are they that important? Now, when it comes down to toners within the skincare industry, it really frustrates me as a professional to see how much consumers or yourself could be confused by what a toner actually is and what it does for your skin. As mentioned in my last video about AHAs, I speak about glycolic toner. So when it comes down to a glycolic acid, such as an AHA, which I spoke about in my previous video, they're great, but they're not something that should be used every single day. The old-fashioned cleanse, tone and moisturise is a thing of the past. I just feel like the skincare industry need to understand that things change, so they should slightly modify the way that they sell skincare, and people should understand what a toner actually is. So when it comes down to my clients and when I tell them what they need within their skincare routine, I tell them that they need to either look for a mist or a spritz, something that is hydrating. So when it comes down to toners, toners are a thing of the past. As mentioned, and I am going to show one to the camera, toners are what we know in the industry as glycolics and retinol. This is a prime example of what a toner is, and this is a prime example of how we can get confused in the industry as a consumer to what a toner should be and where we apply it on our skin and in what order and how many times a week. When it comes down to toners, as mentioned, the industry is very confusing at the moment because we're made to believe that we should apply something like that to our skin every single day, as in your old-fashioned cleanse, tone and moisturise, but that physically wouldn't be very good for our skin. So glycolics and retinols are the common toners that you find out there, but there are also ones such as vitamin C, which again would be great for some skin types, but I know my skin type can't handle certain forms of vitamin C, so I have to use a derivative. These are products where we think we're doing good for our skin because we're cleansing, we're toning and we're moisturising, but we're actually damaging that barrier and opening our skin up to a factor of many different things. Because it's been drummed into us that we should cleanse, tone and moisturise, we don't think we're doing anything wrong. And I've heard this story far too many times when I've had clients that have told me they're using a certain product, think they've got a good skincare routine, but all they're literally doing is stripping the barrier, breaking it down, allowing the skin to break out, and also overacting the sebaceous glands. So the skin is just going into complete meltdown and overdrive because the skin is being stripped of all its oils that we naturally produce. So I'm going to put an array on here now of different skin toners. Now, this isn't the issue. The issue isn't that these are called toners. The issue is that the skincare industry has changed and we are made to believe that we should tone our skin every day, but it isn't with this product. This product is far too much for our skin to deal with every single day. This is where other products come in the form of a spritz or a mist, something like a hydrator that has got something like rosewater or hyaluronic acid in there. So I personally use within my skincare business and within my treatments a brand called CLINICCARE. I absolutely love it. It's a cosmeceutical brand. It smells beautiful. The bottles are nice, you know, it's just one of those brands that I really like. Now, I don't just use this one brand, I use a variation of different cosmeceutical brands, I use some high street, I use a factor of everything. But I want to show you the particular product that they use and where I feel products are set back in the times, and this is where it confuses consumers. So I use their toner, which is this. But as you can see, this toner is hyaluronic acid based. So there's no glycolic in here, there's no retinol in here, it's a hydrator because it's got hyaluronic acid in it, yet it's called skin toner. And this is where I understand why people are so confused that these two products are the same when they are completely different. One is an AHA, which is a chemical exfoliant, and one is a hydrator and facial mist and spritz. So I understand where the confusion is within the industry, and it's all about helping guide you and helping you understand that this isn't what we mean when we say tone, and how to try and change our mindset. A lot of brands are catching on to this, and I know that a lot of brands are starting to call things hydrators or facial mists or facial spritzes, which is where I want this to go. But there are still some people out there that are stuck in the ways of cleansing, toning and moisturising, that they don't know what to actually apply. So they just buy a toner such as this and literally apply it straight onto the skin every single day and every single night, thinking that that's a crucial step within their routine, when they're doing the complete opposite to their skin of what it needs. So I am actually also going to post on here now, there should be a lovely array of facial mists, spritz and hydrators all around to help guide you and help you understand that there are so many out there on the market. It's just doing your research and finding the one that works for you and understanding the difference between what a toner is and what a facial mist or spritz is. When it comes down to our facial mists or spritz or hydrators, we're looking for things such as rosewater, glycerin, hyaluronic acid, maybe something that's got a little bit of zinc in there, something that is refreshing on the skin, soothing, and will work well as a good base to then apply hyaluronic acid. So I am going to do a full video on hyaluronic acid, and I'm going to go really into the depths of how it works. But hyaluronic acid is a humectant, which means that it binds to water. So when hyaluronic acid is applied to the skin needs to be damp in order for it to work properly. If you apply hyaluronic acid to a dry skin, the hyaluronic acid is going to bind to water, but bind to water that's within our skin and drag that out. So we're essentially defeating the whole object of what hyaluronic acid should do. So in order for that hyaluronic acid to work properly and effectively to its full potential, it needs to go onto a damp skin, and everyone should have hyaluronic acid within their routine. So this is essentially for everyone. So once we've cleansed the skin and we've patted our skin dry with a towel, we can then go in with our facial mist or spritz, spritz the skin a few times. I tend to do 3 to 4 spritzes, and that covers my whole face. And whilst my skin is still damp, I then go in with my hyaluronic acid, but I pat it to the skin. So hyaluronic acid is a drink for our skin. It holds 1,000 times its weight in water, which is why it's so crucial that it goes onto a damp skin. And this is why everyone needs it within their routine, because like everyone needs to drink water, everyone needs to feed their skin full of water and plump it up so that we're not dehydrated and we're getting the maximum benefits out of other products, and we're preventing aging. So as mentioned, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail in other videos, but there are different forms of hyaluronic acid, and this is a prime example here. So this actually means on this bottle here, low molecular weight hyaluronic acid. So there's low molecular weight, there's middle molecular weight, and there's high molecular weight. And I'm going to talk about these on different videos, but I just wanted to share with you how you can essentially maximise the benefits of using something like this combined with hyaluronic acid. There's no point in having hyaluronic acid within your routine if you don't have a spritz, and there's no point in having a spritz in your routine if you don't have a hyaluronic acid. So this is where I kind of wanted to do this video and share with you all the difference between the products that are out there on the market and help you understand that cleansing and toning and moisturising, that three things that we get taught back when is a thing of the past. Things have advanced and technology has advanced and skincare advances, and I say this to all my clients. Back in the day, what did they do before we had skincare? When there was no salicylic acid, no hyaluronic acid, they didn't know what an AHA was or a BHA. So this is where we have to remember that things change and things advance. All advance for a good reason. Obviously back then they didn't have things such as pollution as much as we do now, and this is why we have to take care of our skin. They didn't understand the aspect of how UVA rays and UVB rays can penetrate our skin. So it's so important that we keep on top of everything and understand that in order to use one product we may have to use something else to benefit that more. For example, if you are watching this and you don't have an SPF within your routine, turn it off, because what's the point in even listening to everything I'm saying if you don't have an SPF in there? The rest of your routine is pretty much pointless, and I couldn't tell you how many times I say this to my clients. So in short, when it comes down to a toner, we're looking at things such as Glycolic Retinol, vitamin C, and again I will post them around. And when it comes down to things such as a facial mist or spritz, which we should have in there every single day, it's when we're looking for hyaluronic acid, rosewater and glycerin, those sorts of ingredients that are gentle and soothing on the skin that can work really well when we apply hyaluronic acid, which works as a humectant. So if you want more information on glycolics or AHAs and what they are all about, then please check out my last video. But what I want you to take from this video is understanding that toning is a thing of the past. The whole put it on a cotton pad and wipe it over your face shouldn't be done every single day. So if you're getting a cotton pad out to apply a toner, the chances are it's something like a glycolic or a retinol. When you spritz your face, it should literally be as simple as, I'm going to do it now for you. That is perfect. Oh, that is lovely. That is lush. Love the smell of this as well. So it should be literally a case of that. My skin is now nice and damp and I can go straight in with my hyaluronic acid, and that is all we need. That is the way in which toner should be applied to the skin, toner. But it's all about understanding that this really aggravates me that this is called a toner, because essentially it's a facial mist and spritz. But it's all about understanding the ingredients and understanding what we're applying to our skin and for what reason. So I hope this video has helped you understand that toners are such an old-fashioned way to look at skincare. We should be looking for facial mists and spritz, and toners are something which we should incorporate, but only around 2 to 3 times a week, because at the end of the day, they're an exfoliator. So I hope that you understand from here where to go. I'm going to post a couple of links within the description below, so please do check them out. And if you have a particular product that you use that you are struggling with, whether you don't know if it's a toner or not, send it me and I can help obviously advise whether or not it's something you should be applying to your skin every day, whether it suits your skin type, or whether or not you need to be applying it 2 times a week to act as an AHA. So yeah, if you've liked this video, then please like, share, comment, do what you've got to do. And hopefully I'll see you all on my next.